Friends, please consider reading some good books. Books say of literature and history. Any topic would do. I mentioned history and literature because of what Sir Walter Scott once said, and I will quote: "A lawyer without history or literature is a mechanic, a mere working mason. But if he possesses some knowledge of these, then he may venture to call himself an architect." The books replenish your life and make your life fuller and richer. Books share the experiences of the authors. They give insight into their lives. They enable you to share their valuable experiences. Particularly in the field of law, there is a wealth of knowledge in the form of biographies, autobiographies of eminent lawyers and judges. Friends, please read M.C. Chagla's Roses in December to understand how even the greats in the profession struggled in their early days and how the struggle continued for a considerable length of time. Please read Lord Denning's books to understand how a clear mind can produce a beautiful amalgam of law and literature in simple and lucid language. Read John F. Kennedy's Profiles in Courage, a small book concerning some 7 to 8 senators who did what according to their conscience was right and proper, knowing fully well that their judgment would cost them their political careers. Friends, today I find a growing tendency amongst young lawyers and law students to rush to precedents or case law when confronted with any legal problem. Instead of a thorough analysis of the facts and the legal principles involved, numerous precedents are cited and a desperate attempt is made to somehow or the other synchronize the facts with the precedents. This is not, according to me, a correct approach. Ali Nariman refers to this syndrome or malady as a case law diarrhea. Always master the facts. Strive to develop an original argument. Instead of overemphasizing on precedents, try to go to a place where no one has gone before and then leave behind a trail for others to follow. Regarding precedents, I must say, never ever suppress a relevant precedent, thinking that the other side or the judge may not know about it. Never cite any overruled cases. You may get away with such practices once or twice, but someday you will be caught and remembered as a person who is not quite reliable. Credibility is everything in legal practice. Your intelligence or industry or presentation skills may not amount to much without credibility. Never consciously make an incorrect statement in the court, or you risk being mentally blackballed by the judge. This is what Mr. Ali Nariman has written in one of his books. He says being mentally blackballed by a judge is the practicing lawyer's greatest occupational hazard. If you deliberately make incorrect statements and make a habit out of it, your assertions will be looked upon like the chime of the proverbial Irish clock that strikes 13. Irish clock is supposed to strike 12, but this one sometimes once in a while strikes 13. Then people who listen to you will not only believe the 13th chime, not only disbelieve the 13th chime, but they will have doubts about the correctness of the first 12 as well. In the court, dear friends, always be firm and dignified. But please do not confuse these qualities with rudeness or arrogance. Learn to lose with dignity. The entire edifice of a legal system exists and can survive only on mutual good faith between the bench and the bar. When you argue a case in the court, be clear, precise, and not confused. Your mental output must flow. For it to flow, you must be well equipped and well prepared. Don't be messy. Present a cogent and a logical argument. A lawyer is very often expected to think on her feet. But contradictory as it may appear, a thorough preparation and a habit of clear and original thinking is a prerequisite. Winston Churchill once explained that most of his time was spent preparing his impromptu or extempore speeches. In the first 5 to 10 years of legal practice, if you are cruising fine, please stop, pause, and look behind to see if you are on the right track. If you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead to anywhere. Usually the first 5 to 10 years are rough and bumpy, but they are the ones that will pave the way for future success at the bar. Never despair. Success is nothing but going from one failure to another without any loss of enthusiasm. This may be hard, but then who says that life is easy? Friends, I conclude by wishing my fellow students good luck. But always remember that luck is what you have left over after you have given your 100%. Never be unduly deterred by the stormy winds that may come in your way. We may not be able to direct the winds, but we can always adjust our sails. And in any case, please remember that the strongest trees always grow against the wind. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.